Money, a very strong and powerful tool. Every one of us wants more of it, and we work hard day and night for it to meet our needs, to afford those luxuries we always crave about, and in general, to make our lives more comfortable and happy.
However, money works in a very peculiar way. Have you ever wondered with questions like, why do rich keep getting rich? Why is my bank balance not increasing?
Perhaps this could help. Monopoly is a classic board game and one of my childhood favorites. The game tries to mimic the monetary aspect of the society. This is a game which makes the player to take financial decisions like cash management, paying rent, and taking loans and investing in real estate properties.
Okay, before I give you the insights we get from this board game, let me give you a brief gist of how this game is played.
So, at the beginning of the game, everyone is given 3 property cards and a cash of rupees 1500 each. I am reading it as rupees, you can read it as whatever you feel like. The objective of the game is to build wealth. The player whose cash balance plus total value of all properties is more will be the winner. So, you should buy properties, and every time you buy a property, a card is given. You have a chance to mortgage that property if you want any money, and you can also build hotels on that property. Once you build a hotel, you will get the maximum rent shown in the card. Whenever we land in someone else's property, we should pay rent to them.
So there's one thing to remember here. If you want to build a hotel, there's a small catch. You cannot build a hotel until you buy all the properties of that color. For example, look at this board here. If you want to build a hotel in Delhi, you cannot actually buy it until you buy all the blue color cards. In this case, there are two, Delhi and Mumbai. Don't worry, there are a few reliefs here. The first one being is that we can collaborate with our fellow players, we can make deals with them, we can close deals with them. And the second one being is whenever we finish a round or cross go, we do receive a salary. And third thing, if you need money, we can actually mortgage our existing properties and take loan from the bank. Now let's go to the fun part. The following are the 6 things we can learn from Monopoly. Let me explain every point in detail now.
Start buying properties early. Generally in the game, the one who strategically buys properties right from the first round ends up winning the game. Similarly in life, the one who invests from a young age actually witnesses his money growing.
Don't feel bad for yourself if you think you didn't start early. It's okay. It's always better late than never. So do your research, select an asset class you like and invest.
Taking loan is not that bad. Debt is something that becomes a great resort, especially in the beginning of the game when we are in a buying spree. I usually mortgage the existing properties to buy new properties so that I can complete the set quickly and build hotels, which will eventually help me in charging premium rent.
Even in real world, debt is not actually that bad, especially when we are taking it to build a revenue generating asset. Another advantage of debt in real world is that it helps in tax planning.
Getting rich is actually a teamwork. The one thing which is very evident in the game is that you will never complete your color set if you don't collaborate and make deals with the other players. If other players don't engage in any transaction with you, there's no way you can win the game. So even in real world, build friendships, build relations. You need good mentors who can guide you and friends who can give you good advice so that you can win big time.
It's really very difficult, to see all other players having good cash balances and we drying up our cash balances in order to build these hotels so that we can collect premium rent from other players. We see our cash balances dipping round by round and it's really scary. But believe me, trust the process, you will end up winning the game. Similarly, even in real world, when we are trying to build a portfolio, we'll have to be consistent and have that financial discipline and invest every month or every year regularly and consistently. We shouldn't get bothered about the fluctuations that will affect and dip our wealth, but still trust and invest regularly. A panic reaction to money is always bad. This is an observation which I feel is very interesting. This explains how being smart right from the beginning can set us aside from the crowd and how society actually works in making rich even more rich.
Observe the game very carefully. After a point, all the other players are only playing to make the rich richer. They are collecting salaries to eventually give it as rent to the player who has major holdings. They even mortgage the properties to clear their dues because the rich guy owns most of the board. Similarly, even in real life, we are working to make our rich bosses more rich, pay EMIs to make banks more rich, so on and so forth. So, assets are very important. It is assets that give us such huge unfair advantage.
Huge cash balances just gives us an illusion that we have become rich, but every day it loses its value because of inflation, and most of the cash ends up getting dried because of unnecessary expenditure which comes our way in some or the other form. Cash doesn't only mean to include the physical notes we use for circulation, but also the unused amount that's lying in our savings account, which is just lying there without any employment or without any work. We should always use cash to build a portfolio and wealth and never hold money in that form. Before I end this video, there are few aspects of the game which do not match to the real world. I want to highlight them so that we keep in mind whenever we try to equate Monopoly with real life. In Monopoly, all players have a same common starting point, but in real life we all start at different points. We all have our own unfair advantages. Our financial positions are different. We don't start at the same point. The second thing is actually a good thing, is in real life our success is not directly dependent or related to the fall of our colleagues or our friends. So we can take the benefit of collaboration completely. We can actually become more resourceful and helpful to others so that we can benefit from their insights and knowledges as well. Third thing is, we can't get so aggressive in real life with our investments. We'll have to save some money to hedge against emergencies and uncertainties that might come our way in the future. And the last thing is that the prices in the real world keep fluctuating. In Monopoly, the prices don't fluctuate. Actually, in real life, prices of every commodity increases. Even our salary increases. In Monopoly game, the salary you receive after completing the round is fixed. You only receive that amount. But in real life, your income also increases. If you like this video, there are chances that you might like my latest episode of my podcast where I spoke about the popular misconceptions of money we have all been victim to or been hearing from our childhood. Do give it a listen. I will drop the link in the description below. If you found the video interesting, do press the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. Share your memories and insights from the Monopoly game. I would love to know them. That's all for now. This is D.S.S.R.Anirudh signing off.